Okay, so looks like we are live. So welcome you guys to Q&A for Module 5, which is the beginning of our traffic module. So I know a lot of you guys are excited to start getting traffic to your websites, to your landing pages, your capture pages, and start getting some leads. And for those of you that have been following along, we're finally in the Bahamas here and our awesome place, getting ready to welcome some of our mastermind guests this coming week. So we're super excited about that. But we're going to go ahead and dive in and let you guys ask some, tongue-tied as always, ask us some questions on Module 5.
So yeah, just whoever wants to dive in with the first question, we'll just get rolling.
Well, can I dive in first?
What's up, Colin?
Well, I don't have any questions on Module 5 because I've not reached that stage yet. I'm still working my way through start of Module 4. But I thought I'd come along here because, you know, maybe pick up some things in advance just by sitting in by and listening to you guys. So I don't have any direct questions, but I wouldn't mind just hanging out if that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries. Just leave $1 in the tip box on the way out. No. No, yeah, that's cool, Colin. To be honest, that's a smart thing to do. If when I was trying to build my business, any hangouts that were going on or webinars, I was always up for them. And you know, there was like, I know what it's like, Colin, when there's like 5 or 6 hours between you and the other country. I used to regularly stay up till sometimes 7 a.m. in the morning because of
really?
this person here. So we appreciate you being
I'm trying to catch most of your recorded ones. It's difficult for me to catch the live ones.
Yeah.
I've got an early start driving taxis, you know, but certainly I do watch all the recorded ones, and they're excellent, I must admit. So,
yeah, and that's
great to be on a live one for a change.
Cool. Well, that's exactly why we record these. So, you know, the great thing about a training academy is you can tune in and watch the videos at your own pace at a convenient time to you. So, you know, I wish in the past when I was learning that there was some sort of academy where this was all recorded. It would probably save me staying up till silly o'clock in the morning. But there we go. So, okay. Has anybody actually got a specific question about Module 5?
Yeah, I got something.
Okay, Fernand?
Okay, so what if you don't have your blog set up? What if you don't have the funnel? Can you still get on these through the articles and send traffic at least to your fan page or to Facebook or to your YouTube channel? Or should you wait till you have all the foundations set up first?
I personally would recommend getting the foundation set up. I mean, it shouldn't take that much time to get a blog set up. If you do need assistance, I know I help set Ben's up and Kayan's and possibly Cynthia's. We also have other outsourcers available as well. And there's, of course, on YouTube tutorials on how to set up a basic WordPress blog. But, for whatever reason you have some stumbling block to that, then by all means get traffic to capture page anywhere that you can. But content is going to be huge key for you getting exposure out there on the internet. But having a website, a main hub, a blog is the basics.
Yeah.
The basics.
Right.
I agree. The thing is, Fernand, as well, you can send traffic straight to a capture page, but the truth is when you send traffic straight to a capture page, people on what you've got to think of is people on the internet. You think of yourself, right? Because you put yourself in their shoes. You've been on the internet. You've been burnt 1,000,000 times. You've spent money on 1,000,000 products that have returned you 0 money. When people come directly to your capture page, they land there and they're a suspect. They're a suspect, and the moment they realise you're selling them anything, without even realize it, what people naturally do is naturally put up a resistance to buying. We have this inbuilt resistance when we feel like somebody's selling something to us. So you can get leads and you can get sales from going to a capture page, but if you send somebody to a blog first, you're warming them up, you're giving them some free information, you're helping solve some of their problems. So then when they later go to your capture page, they're no longer a suspect. They know, like, and trust you, and they're way more likely to opt in. You want their email address, or you want them to buy your product, and you've got more chance of that happening if you send them to a blog first. So
yeah. I've been stalling with the blog because I've been hard-headed about it. I have a company that I'm a part of that like gives you a customized blog. You know, you pay monthly for it. And it's like I put in the order, I put in my information a month ago, and they keep going in circles. And it just dawned on me the other night. I was like, okay, that's not an excuse for you not to go and just do a blog already. Who cares? Even the ILN one, you know. And so that's one major one that hit me, and that's why I've been like stalling. But then I was wanting to ask you, like, okay, if I could do this in the meantime. But I agree with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna buckle down and do the fundamentals, and try to.
Yeah. So your number one goal before you come to this mastermind should be to get that blog up and running and have your first blog post written on it. That should be your number one goal within the next 4 days to knock that out. You know, you just gotta do it. You know, I said to somebody the other day, you know, none of us on this panel want to pay tax. We don't want to do it. You know, who wants to pay tax? Let's be truthful. If I can avoid doing it somehow, then, you know, please let me know how. But there are certain laws of the way money works, and if you try and skip those laws, you may make a little money, but you'll lose a ton of money too. And having a blog or a website where you provide value, it's like one of those laws. If you want to make money, even if you hate blogging, nobody hates blogging more than me. Hate it. Seriously, hate it. Hate it. I really do. Even though you guys see me write a lot of Facebook posts and I enjoy writing copy, there's something about writing a blog that I don't wake up in the morning thinking, I just want to write a blog this morning. I just never get that. You know, so, but this is why we say in the training, if you really don't like blogging, just blog 2 or 3 times a month, but make sure you provide a ton of value and make sure you get it out there in the ways that we're teaching. Nobody's saying you've got to blog every day, like one unnamed company used to say. So just you just blog a few times a month. Make sure you do a good job of it. But stepping stone number 1 is getting that blog set up and writing your first blog. That's a must. So
let's do it.
I can see Tara's looking as if she wants to speak, and I can see Tiffany's bottom lip moving. So I know that they've both got something they want to ask right now. Go, Tara.
I wanted to give some advice a little bit with Fernand. It's really important to, even if it's not as pretty as you want it to be, this is something I learned the hard way this past couple of weeks, was I was more concerned with how good looking something was than the freaking copy. Okay? So the blog, even if, like he said, if you don't love to do it, it's okay, you don't have to do it all the time, but you have to have your own home front. And even if it's not the most beautiful thing, I mean, the basic blogger templates are just fine. You know, basic WordPress, it's fine. Later on, you can go spend money on graphics or spend time on making it beautiful. But a lot of the forums and a lot of the places like Hub Pages and whatnot, if you put a landing page in there anywhere, it's over. So you want people to come to you and fall in love with you and fill out their information over at your place.
Yeah, agree, Tara. If you go to the Warrior Forum and you drop a link in there to your capture page, you're getting kicked out of most forums by doing that. So, and you know, Tara, I don't want you to think I forgot about you either. You are in like my top 7 to-do list. So, but Tara raised a good point. You know, design. Don't get us wrong. Design is important. If something looks amateur, then you know, people are going to like think you're not a professional, but I would definitely take strength of copy any day over design. Having good content overrules design. So, if I go to a blog and it looks really crummy but the content's good, I'll still read the content. But, if the design works amazing but the content is just like a pitch fest or tells me nothing of importance, then it doesn't matter how good your design work is. Nobody's getting any value out of that at all. So.
Agreed.
Okay, Tiffany.
Okay, so we're writing all these articles here, and we're submitting them to these directories. Are we submitting the same article to these directories, or are we changing them up a little bit before we submit them to the directories and hub pages? And are we submitting the same article to hub pages that we are to all these other directories?
I would.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would reword them. And also with your syndication, I've put out there a Fiverr gig where you can actually get your articles spun and submitted out to 1,200 article sites. And obviously that is switching it up for you. A lot of those, since they are spun articles, aren't going to be necessarily readable, because they just spin them to mess up the words. But it's acting as a backlink back to your site with those keywords. When you are submitting them to other sites, go ahead and just switch up some of your paragraphs. So in a sense, it's saying the same stuff, just in a different, you're just rearranging your sentences, so it doesn't look like duplicate content. I would put your first original best piece on something like Easing Articles first, before putting it on your own blog, because that's going to take first in the search engines. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
IDEO Toolbox and Easing Articles, those take really well in the search engines, but if it's duplicate content somewhere else, like your blog, it's not going to be that effective.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So yeah, with a blog, as some of you know, if you've done any amount of blogging, if you are submitting duplicate content, then you'll actually end up getting your blog sandboxed eventually, which what that means is you won't be able to rank on the front pages of the search engines. You'll get penalized. So yeah, when you're doing these articles, if you're submitting them manually, make sure you are switching them up. I would recommend, if you have a budget, doing what Andy just said and paying somebody on Fiverr to respin them and send them out. Also, don't forget we put a link to a tool in the back office called Traffic Geyser. Now, go on.
Yeah, Traffic Geyser is amazing right now. A couple of people I know were asking in the group about being able to purchase from that link that I put in there. They're actually in the process of relaunching Traffic Geyser 2.0, so the original version is not even for sale right now. But once that is ready, we'll go ahead and give you guys the 2.0 link. But both of us have used Traffic Geyser for our videos, for our articles, and that helps you to get your content out there like a spider web all over the internet, so people will actually be finding you. Because what a lot of people do is they'll go out there, they'll make a video, they'll write a piece of content, and it's just out there floating in cyberspace and nobody's finding it. Right? Yeah. So this way your content is going to be found by using Traffic Geyser.
And just on that note as well, the whole area of backlinking and submitting content and writing content, is everybody understanding clearly why we're teaching you about submitting your content to various areas all over the internet? Is it clear to you why we're getting you to do that?
I got it 100%.
Okay, cool. Jeanette?
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Awesome. It's just backlinking. I give a quick example in the training where your content's like an island in the middle of the ocean. The Google is an ocean, and like you've got people on the land, and they have no clue that you've got all this content as an island in the middle of the ocean. Now, when you create backlinks, what you do is you create a way for people who are standing on the shore to be able to cross the bridge over to your island, your content in the middle of the ocean. So when you're submitting to all these different places, technically what you're doing is you're building bridges back to your content so people can access your content. Without doing that, you could create content for the next 50 years, but you can have the best thing in the world to sell, but if you don't give people a way to find it, how are they ever going to buy it? You know what I mean? So that's why you submit all your content and do the backlinking. So the easiest way of doing that is Fiverr, or once the 2.0 version of Traffic Guys is out, that is an awesome tool where you can submit to 200, 300, 400 places with your videos, with your articles. You do that for 30, 60, 90 days, and all of a sudden you've got a crazy rush of targeted traffic coming to your blog, coming to your capture pages, coming to your sales pages. It's crazy how much traffic you can get using that tool.
And let me just stress, this takes major consistency because for an entire year, you guys, what I literally did, I was making hardly any money online. I was getting pretty much no results. Most people, I feel like, in that position would have definitely quit, but I was determined to figure this out. So I was out there doing articles, blogs, videos like crazy for an entire year, just going out there doing them every day no matter what types of results I was getting, which most days was nothing. But what I did notice was that my exposure was growing. People started adding me on Facebook from coming across my videos, my articles, and connecting with me that way. Over time, after people started noticing my consistency and I got more and more and more and more and more exposure, and anywhere someone went on the internet related to internet marketing, they would find me, right? So once my exposure grew that much, after a year, it was like literally overnight an explosion. All of that hard work just started flooding in, and 7K month, 10K month came very, very easily.
So yeah.
So what I'm saying is, don't do it for like a week. Don't do it for 2 months and then be like, I'm not getting any results, and then stop doing it because you feel like it's a waste of time. It's a consistent thing with building your credibility online.
Yeah, I learn from one of our little mistakes as well, and I don't want to mention company names here. Try and omit company names, but when we joined a particular company and everything just seemed to be going like so smoothly, so well, we took our foot off the gas in terms of content because we kind of thought, we don't need to do that anymore. We've arrived now. We've got a big team. Everybody in the team's making sales, and we don't need any more exposure. Then what happened was technical issues happened with that company, and we suddenly realized, oh, geez, we stopped producing content. And even when you're reaching 10K in your business, there's never really a point where you should stop producing fresh content. The more content you produce, the more exposure you're going to get. And if you want to go from 10K to 20K to 30, 50K, you're going to need that content out there on the internet. So 10K really is just the gateway to whatever sum of money you want to earn online. So.
But the great thing about once you guys do start hitting like 10K months, then you're going to have more of a budget to actually put into outsourcing. I highly recommend until you hit 10K that most of your focus is doing on everything yourself. So you understand how to do that. Everything is that you're putting in the manual labor, and then once you have that wiggle room, you reinvest 20% of your profits back into outsourcing and paid traffic and those types of things. So very important to start with the basics and then create that budget.
I'm so glad you said that. It's so important to understand how to do it yourself.
Yeah.
You can back yourself up when things get funny, That's awesome.
Yeah, that's true, Tara. I mean, most things, Angie more so than me, we can do for ourselves. There are certain things that I can never figure out, like HTML code. I know a little bit of code, but anything in depth, I just could never figure that out. But for the vast majority of things, I always like to remind people there's something called Google, and what you do is you type in google.com, and if you want to know how to bake a cheesecake, normally if you type in the keywords how to bake a cheesecake, on the front page of Google, it will tell you how to bake a cheesecake. And it's the same with, if you want to know how to build a blog, you type in how to build a blog on Google, and guess what? Google will show you how to build a blog. It's just that most people are, I don't want to say lazy, because some people really are pushed with time, but the fact is, as we say in the training, if you're pushed for time, you have to make your money work for you, but if you've got time on your side, then you have to put in the work. Whatever you've got to do to get to whatever stage you need to get to, that's what you've got to do. That's what it comes down to. I had hardly any money when I got started, and at first I was manually submitting like videos. And what I used to do with my videos is I used to manually submit my videos. Angie will tell you, I used to go into like 50 to 100 Facebook groups every day and submit my videos. And Angie will also tell you, some days I was shooting 8 to 10 videos. Is that true?
Yeah.
Now, bearing in mind I did have a motive.
I told him to shoot like maybe 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah.
He had to, of course, impressed by doing more.
Yeah, she asked me to shoot 2 videos a day if I was truly serious about being successful. So I thought I'd just shoot 8 to 10 a day. But
I was like, whoa, where'd this guy come
exactly.
from?
But you got to do what you got to do, right, to get what you want to get. And that's it. Nobody should be more serious about your success than yourself. And I was serious enough to shoot 8 to 10 videos a day. And if I had to do it again now and I had the time, I'd shoot 20, because I'd want to get there faster. Faster you can get there, the better, right? The faster you can get 10K in the bank, the sooner the pain and the misery or whatever you're going through ends. That sounds like I'm painting a little bleak picture, but that's how it was for me. I was going through pain, I was going through misery, and regardless of what anybody says to you, money doesn't make you happy. But I guarantee, not having money doesn't help. It definitely hinders you from being happy. So, Cynthia, do you want to ask a question?
Yes, a couple. I mean, maybe this is a stupid question, but what does frenzy mean?
Hold on a second, we're trying to get our screen back in a second.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. What does what mean, Cynthia?
Traffic flow frenzy. The word frenzy.
Oh. Traffic flow frenzy. It sort of means frenzy. It just means like a lot coming in, craziness. Lots of crazy traffic flow.
Yeah, so you imagine, Cynthia, when when it's like when you turn on a tap.
Yes.
You've got, imagine a dripping tap in a house, just a drip. Frenzy is when you turn the tap on all the way and there's water everywhere, an explosion of water. So what basically we're teaching you to get lots and lots and lots of traffic.
Okay. That is from the US? Okay. I used for Angie actually. Are you still using SoCool?
SoCool?
Yes.
Actually, I've not been using that recently. I was using that for a good 8 months to a year, and what I did with that was I went to Fiverr and I had a ton of social media profiles set up, blogs, different article sites as well. I had, I think, 200 accounts made for me from Fiverr, plugged those into SoCool, and then what you could do was go in, and if you have a blog post, you could submit it out to all of those sites. SoCool inside also has a community where you can network with people, just sort of like IBO Toolbox. But what happened was it actually stopped working for me just randomly. I was showing Ben one day, and then I wouldn't even submit to the sites. I went to check because I had it connected to Facebook, Twitter, all of my accounts, and it just stopped sending out for some reason, so I quit using it.
Okay.
But in place of that, I would recommend Traffic Geyser. You guys know how quickly stuff changes. We were getting ready to train you guys on Squidoo, and they just merge with Hub Pages. Traffic Geyser, a tool that we've been using for years. They're going into a brand new version of that. So stuff online does change very, very quickly. But yes, I'm not using SoCool at the moment. If at any point that SoCool, I find that it's working again, I'll absolutely let you guys know and put some content on that inside of the site.
Yeah. And how much is Traffic Geyser? How much is that per month?
That one's $97 a month, so it's pretty pricey. But then if you look at actually going and paying someone to submit all of your content, it's really going to add up. So it's much easier and cost-effective to do it yourself, I believe, with Traffic Geyser.
I just actually have an idea, but I'll discuss it with Angie after this hangout first, and we'll get back to you on that one. Just something came to my head, but I need to double check with the boss first. Yeah, the thing is as well with Traffic Geyser, and you'll notice this is what we try and do with everything we do. We try and give you guys tools that's what we call smart tools. So Lead Pages pays affiliate commissions. What's the domain hosting we use? Gone out of my brain.
I know we always have brain.
My brain's frozen.
Global Domains.
Yeah.
Global
GDI, Global Domains International, pays affiliate commissions. Traffic Geyser pays affiliate commissions. Aweber pays affiliate commissions. These are all tools you need in your business where you can, when you're getting your own customers, you can more than make your money back. I went into Lead Pages the other day, and I've got $800 and something in there, just sitting in there that I've not taken out yet. It's just sat there, and I'll use that on a rainy day or something. And it's I'm getting checks for Aweber, which I can't even collect right now, for nothing big, but $50 a month. $50 is $50. I didn't really have to do anything for that $50. And I know Angie has various tools she uses where she's collecting these affiliate commissions too. So
the smart thing to do, no matter what you're doing online, whether you have your own membership site, your own products, whether you're doing an MLM, is to have tools that people are going to be using their entire life as long as they have an online business, because those things never go out of style. So if you're building, for example, an MLM, and for some reason something happens, then you are equipped with a side income, so your income just doesn't disappear overnight. And like we mentioned, things change quickly online, but things like Aweber, Capture Pages, Lead Pages, hosting, Google, GDI.
Yeah, exactly.
None of those things are ever going to leave your business.
Exactly. Smart tools that everybody needs, and you can, when you have your own products, you can build them into your products. You can make products and say, okay, you want to replicate my results, you're going to need this tool and that tool, and you've just created from one product 2 or 3 different streams of income. So it's a really powerful way to do multiple streams of income without feeling that you have to promote 10 different MLMs. That's why we do things that way. We don't want to promote a million different MLMs. We when we're promoting an MLM, only like to do one, but we do like to use tools that create streams of income. So,
and I have passive income coming in all the time. You guys can create blog posts and video posts about the tools that you're using, even tutorial videos, and people will naturally land on your content and see how to do it and purchase from you because you're the one showing them how to do it and giving them that value.
So, do we have some more questions? Maybe 2 to 4 more questions?
I have a question.
Okay, do you know if it was about the roses from earlier? They don't have to be here tomorrow. There's no pressure or anything.
The flowers are still for Angie.
All right. Okay.
I got your back.
I won't take it personally.
So I have one small question. I remember, I believe it was Module 1, just because you had said we could ask any question, if you don't mind. about journaling, you know, our journey, and that's how we would come up with our product, you know, starting with the $7 or $10 product. I've been having a hard time doing this, and I don't know, do you guys recommend going back to watch a certain module, or can you give any sort of advice of where to start with that? Because I'm really pumped and really want to start my own $7 product.
So what specifically are you having the problem with, Jeanette? Are you having problem with just like writing out your story, flowing with the writing, or?
Yeah, yes, that's correct. Yes.
Okay, so what I do is when I write every single day, some days a lot, other days hardly anything. Probably not as much as I should be right now, but here's what I do. Most days, maybe it's just because I'm lazy, or maybe this is just human nature, but most days when I wake up, I don't really feel like I want to do anything. I never really feel like I want to work my business, but I do what I do because this is what I chose to do, and I have to turn up. Do you know what I'm saying? So what you should do is, if you feel like you can't write when you get up in the morning, is just start writing anything. I find if you just get a piece of paper or just start typing, even if you type something silly like I saw 12 clowns juggling saucepans outside. Once you just start the very act of doing something, you always find it's not as bad as you're making it out to be in your mind. It's just a stumbling block in your mind. So just like when you get off this hangout, just begin to write. Just write and write and write, and you'll soon find if you do that daily, you'll get in the flow. But when you sit there and you think, I'm really struggling, I don't know what to write, that's when it becomes a struggle. Does that make sense, Jeanette?
Yeah,
yes,
overthinking is one of the worst things you can do, and I find that is what most people do. For me personally, every time that I've come up with something great or good ideas come to me, I literally have to completely clear my mind, and sometimes even a change of environment just gets you thinking more. So literally, if you can just sit there and try your best to, instead of thinking, what in the world am I going to write? I need an idea. You have to tune every thought out of your head.
Yeah, exactly.
And clearing your mind, for me, is what really, really works.
Has anybody heard of John Carlton? Anybody? Tara, have you heard of John Carlton?
I certainly have. I was running, looking for open my mic button. He has, actually, I just started watching and reading a lot about him. One of the big things that really struck with me that was going to suit this particular question is start writing little stories about little mundane things. So, like, if you go to the grocery store, look for something really unique in your visit to the grocery store, and when you get home, write a novel about it. Write an essay about it. You know what I'm saying? Use descriptive language. Just go ahead and have fun. I mean, maybe you saw a couple arguing in the vegetable section and kissing over in the ice cream section. You could write the whole story about what happened with them.
Yeah, that's it, Tara. And you know what? The reason I mentioned John Carlton as well is because he says that writer's block is a myth. Can somebody just mute out for a second? Just getting some feedback. Oh, that's it, lovely. So he says that writer's block is a myth. There's no such thing as writer's block. And as Tara says, just start writing. What I would do is I did something one night. We were over at Angie's mum and dad's in Ohio, and Angie, she'd either gone downstairs or she was showering or something. And I sat there and I was just really, really quiet, and I was amazed by, when you're totally silent, it's amazing some of the sounds that you can hear. And I realized as I sat there in silence, I could hear Angie singing in the shower. I could hear crickets chirping outside. I could hear traffic on the road in the distance. And I just began to write down everything that I could hear. I just started writing. And, try doing that, Jeanette. When you get off this hangout tonight, find a quiet spot and really listen to what you can hear and begin to write down everything that you can hear. Begin to write down how that makes you feel, and I'm sure pretty soon you'll fill a page. And just apply that same method to writing out your own story. And obviously, like anything, when you're first learning to walk, is learning to walk easy? No. You fall down, you bang your head, you get cuts and scrapes. But through the art of repetitively getting back up again and attempting again, you master walking, right? And it's the same with writing. It's the same with anything you do. Through repetitive action, as long as you're being taught in the correct way, you master it. So that's why now I'm committed to writing every day. I want to get really great at writing sales copy, so I have to write every day. Even if I don't feel like it, I have to at least write a paragraph a day.
And I would say you can also even just write down bullet points and then fill in around the bullet points and then start elaborating that way. Also, in terms of a $7 product, something I think you're going to be excited about is that while you're here at the Mastermind, we're going to be working on those too. So I'm sure we'll be able to help you knock something out then.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. On that note as well, for anybody attending the Mastermind, I know this is to do with Q&As, but something I would do before you come to that Mastermind is, I said this earlier, but write down like 5 to 10 really good questions that you would love to ask us, because at that Mastermind, potentially we can turn something like that into a product, just a little $7, $10 product. So we're going to allow you Mastermind guys to probably do an interview with us, and we can turn that into some kind of free giveaway or product of some description. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun and get a lot of work done.
I noticed who came on the Hangout. Is that Marlene? Hey Marlene, how's it going?
Hey, you want to unmute yourself and chime in?
She's making a sandwich. I'm not sure what she's doing right now.
I think she's getting headphones.
For some reason, my computer won't work without a microphone.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
cool. How's it going?
Yeah, nice to meet you finally.
Yes. How are you guys?
Doing amazing.
We're good. We're good. So, what do you want to ask us? What do you want to get some clarification on?
Well, actually, your trainings are magnificent. So that's my little chihuahua. The terrier is preventing him from coming into my... Hey! Sorry.
I love it.
Terrier is preventing him from coming into my room, and now he's complaining. Your training is phenomenal. So, let me go get him quickly.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see that chihuahua. That's my favorite.
I'm just gonna grab some juice really quickly.
Awesome. Anyone that has a dog, go ahead and bring it out. We'll have a dog fest. Oh, let's see. Yes, water would be awesome. Oh,
This is Livingston.
So cute.
I'm at the moment. It's hard for me to get everything done to keep up with you. I'm lagging a little bit behind you guys because I don't have a lot of time every day. I've got about 2.5 to 3 hours every day that I can really sit down and work on my business. So I've set up my Hub account, but I've still got to publish an article in there. I haven't put an article in an article directory yet, so that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Okay, great. Yeah, we are moving at a pretty fast pace right now, so that's all right if you're not quite up to speed. With 2 hours, if you go back to the module 1 with the planning, if you can map out everything that you need to get done within that 2 hours and set yourself timers for getting it done, it's going to help you knock out a lot more. But really, you should be able to get quite a bit of content done. And your blog, by the way, is amazing. You have a really great story on there, so you're off to a really good start.
Thank you. I'm starting to time myself, but I get lost in what I'm writing. I love to write, so I can end up spending 2, 4, 8 hours on one thing that I'm writing. You know.
Oh wow.
So what you want to do,
really
Mark?
discipline myself.
Yeah, you want to set that timer, and after, if you've only got 2 hours, really whatever you're writing, you need to get knocked out within 45 minutes tops. So if you're writing something, even after 45 minutes, if it's not done, you need to stop and move on to another task.
Yes, I'm trying to discipline myself to do that.
Yeah. So it's, but also with 2 hours, if you have any budget, any areas of your business that you can outsource, then go ahead and outsource whatever you can, because if you've got limited time, you've almost got to try and make that time up in some way.
Yeah.
So things like Fiverr for you, the gigs we recommend on Fiverr, and any kind of tools that automate elements of your business are going to be like a godsend for you. So.
Yes. No, I agree. Once I've grasped everything, you know, then I can sit down and figure out what I can outsource and what I should do. I haven't quite got a handle on everything yet. It's a lot of information.
There's definitely a lot of information. What we've done though is we've cut out anything that you don't need. You know, you'll join some programs and you'll go into the back office and the information is great, but you know, you can just, you know, if you're on camera, you can even unmute if you want. But have you ever joined a program and you go into the back office and there's like 300-400 videos and it's all great information, but you're like, well, where the heck do I even start? And you know what we've done is this is actually really slimline compared to most places. It's slimline down, and we put it in exact steps, so you have a method of, you know, module 1, do this first, module 2, and you just do it at your own pace. It may take you a longer length of time to get the desired results, but you can still get the results if you just stick at it with the time that you've got. So.
Yes, I do have a question though. Your sales funnel that you have, if I drive traffic to, let's say, one of your front-end products, do the people then get taken right through your entire sales funnel by your funnel? How does that work?
Yeah, in JVZoo, I'm not sure if you watched our last Q&A, but inside of JVZoo, we have set up a sales funnel. So, for example, if you're promoting my product, Branding Magic, it is set up so it automatically upsells to YT Funnel Magic and then also the membership site. So they will be put right through that funnel with that main product. Now, of course, if you're just promoting the affiliate link for the Academy, then they're only going to be introduced to that for now. We are working on other upsells, but those aren't ready just yet.
Yeah, no.
I thought that's what I understood, but I just wanted to make sure.
And also, guys, on JVZoo right now, simply because I've got 2 ways of doing it. We've got a JVZoo funnel for you guys as affiliates, but there's also a main sales page. Right now, I'm working on the copy for the main sales page, so I can then transfer that copy over to the JVZoo funnel. So right now, the funnels on JVZoo are a little bit of a mess, but they're gonna be like, the copy is all gonna be tidied up within the next couple of weeks. So just have to like be a little bit patient with us on that one. As I said earlier, writing copy. As you just said, Marlene, you can spend hours and hours just writing a blog.
Yeah.
When you're writing copy for an entire sales page, you can spend like a month, or you know, you could probably spend 2 months if you really wanted to. So it's going to probably take me another 2 weeks before the main sales page and the JVZoo page is up to scratch. Once that's up to scratch, if you guys want to drive traffic to that funnel, then I'm very confident that the sales page will be converting. Angie's distracted right now because she's seen a chihuahua.
We have lots of dog lovers on the panel.
So I hope that helps in some way.
Yes. Well, I want to thank you guys for the way you set it up. You know, you've, like as you say, you've streamlined it, and it's very palpable and digestible. And I really appreciate that, especially for somebody like me that doesn't have a lot of time.
Awesome, awesome. We appreciate that feedback, and you know, we're just striving to put out the best material that we can for our customers, our friends, our clients, whoever's a part of this academy. That's what we want to do, put out the best material in our marketplace.
And put out what we wish we had when we started, because it took us way too long to accumulate everything into a process that I wish that I had laid out for myself.
I just find it amazing that you accumulated it, you know, that you could actually figure it out.
Yeah, lots of time.
Yeah, lots of thousands of hours worth of time, too many thousands of dollars to, you know, it doesn't make you sick thinking about it, but that's what it took, and you know that's why I know when sales copy is right. I mean, most of you guys. We've put the price of the membership now up to $97, and I know even at $97, I'm sure probably everybody inside of the membership site would agree that we could probably sell this for more than $97, because to me, it's exactly what we should have had when we begun, and the training we were searching for, and we spent thousands and thousands of thousands to come to the point where we could put something like this together. So,
and don't forget, you guys, there are unlimited ways to get traffic, and we are going to continue adding to that traffic module as soon as we're completely through. We still have to do, you know, the outsourcing module, which I know a lot of you are excited about also.
Yeah, and just so you guys know as well, once the first 7 modules are done and dusted, two things are going to be happening. The first thing that's going to happen is every single week we are going to be updating the membership site with a new training. We're going to be doing more traffic training. We're going to be doing some trainings on mindsets. At some stage, maybe we'll even make some of the trainings and do audios and things like that. And once the masterminds we're doing are out of the way, we're going to be working on a second level to the membership site. And basically, the second level of the membership site is probably suited to people who are pushed for time, because we're going to be doing like done for you campaigns. So, for example, if you've ever wondered how I turned Facebook messaging into a 10K per month business, I'm going to be giving you the exact questions I use when I talk to people on Facebook. I'm going to show you the type of people I connect with on Facebook. I'm going to show you how I overcome objections. Angie's going to show you the exact formula she used for getting mass exposure on YouTube. I'm going to put sales copy templates in there, done for you like emails that you can send, done for you subject lines. We're going to make it a copy and paste type level of the membership, so you can just plug in and play. And basically, if you've only got a few hours a day or you struggle with email marketing, you're not going to have to think anymore. What sort of email do I send? You're just going to have to go into the membership site and think, oh yeah, there you go, I've got the answer done for me right here. So I think that's going to be very, very, very popular when we release that, and it'll speed up the process of you guys earning money as well. So we'll be paying 50% commissions on that too. I'm not going to say what the price for that will be yet, but the commissions will be really nice commissions to get residually. Anybody excited about that?
I'm excited.
So,
do you want to pop in the group and see if anyone in there has?
Yeah, I'm just going to pop in the group real quick, guys. Shall I share the screen? Don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put the group screen.
Okay, just a second. VIP Legacy Lifestyle Academy. And it's going to load slow. Does anybody have any questions? Just for those of you wondering as well, I have to talk and type. I can't just type, I have to talk and type.
We're both reaching for the screen. That's hilarious.
Hide that for me. Press the hide button.
All right, let's see who is watching. Did you even put the watch link in here?
No, I didn't. I just put the panelist link in. I just put the panelist link in. So there's some people who chimed in actually. Alexander just says he doesn't have any questions. Symphony just said she got disconnected. It seems that everybody who's here tonight is on this panel, so I'm not going to stay in. I'm not even going to stay in the group. I can tell that everybody's on the panel. I can always go back later and answer questions. So, guys, before we wrap this one up, does anybody on the panel have any last questions or any kind of anything they want to say, anything they want to quickly share? If not, we'll wrap it up.
I have one more question.
Okay.
I just remembered. I went into that hub thingy to put an article in there, and I can't quite understand. Is a hub a theme, or is it actually an individual article? Is each hub an individual article, or is it a theme where you write several articles under it?
So you're going to pick different niches or sub-niches, and you can write a hub, basically, on whatever that niche is.
So a hub is one article.
A hub is one article, but inside of hub pages, let's say, you know, like sometimes you write in a blog and you'll do a part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
On a hub page, if you wanted to like connect something related, like a part 2 to that hub, you could do a continuation and add that on if you wanted to.
All right, but in effect, it's one article that you're writing.
Yeah, you just one article. Yeah, that's what you're writing in effect. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's what.
So, if you go into hub pages, there are full tutorials inside of hub pages that you can follow. I think Tiffany, did you do a hub already?
I did.
How simple did you find it to do a hub? How long did it take you to do that?
It was very simple, actually, and I posted my article that same night, and I already had some hits to the article itself. I know they do some kind of system that gives you some kind of point system, and I'm at like a 71. I don't really know what that means, but I think it means that a certain amount of people are reading my article. So.
Awesome.
Did you use the template, or did you just use your own thing? Because they have a template there that you can use.
I just wrote my own. I just did my own article.
Okay.
I didn't use the template.
I'm a little confused.
So could you? I think you already put it in the group, Tiffany, once, but could you maybe share that in the group again and tag Marlene in the post?
And Tara too. She showed that she was getting a lot of hits.
Yeah, Tara, you were getting quite a lot of hits too.
Actually, yeah. I checked my blog today, and I had one particular. The first article I put up has generated 35 hits on my blog, wow. And the one I did last night, another like 32 or something like that. So over 60. I use the business templates because it helps me to create the most dynamic looking post. And granted, I'm probably deleting most of the modules or whatever you want to call them, the bubbles. But it makes it more dynamic. I'm tongue-tied.
Okay, cool. That's it. That's interesting. That shows you different people do things in a different way. So, what I would say, Marlene, is try both ways and find whatever way you feel is more suited to you. Whatever you like the finish. Whatever you like the look of the most when it's the finished result, you go with that. But take a look at Tiffany's. I think Tiffany's disappeared. And take a look at Tara's, and just get out there and write one and just get a feel for it. Okay. So, but it's awesome to hear about the traffic that Tara's already getting to her hub and her blog.
Yes,
So-
really amazing. Tell me, if you're writing a book that you know you're going to publish, but there's an excerpt in the book that you would like to put as an article online, is that ethical? I mean, is that legal, if I can put it that way?
As long as you give credit to this original source, then I don't.
I'm busy writing a book that I would like to publish when I'm
Oh
done.
yeah, absolutely. Like a little bit of a teaser for the book, definitely.
Yeah, definitely do that. If it's your own book, yeah, go ahead and write out a little bit of a taster for people to see. And you know, everybody likes a free taster. You know, when you go to the store and they offer you a piece of free cake and you taste it, then you're way more likely to buy the cake, right? When you get a bit of a free taste. I can see Colin loves that free cake at the store. He's like nodding his head there. He's like, yeah. I know what they do in Scotland. They go to 10 stores a day just for those free samples. I know what you guys do. So, but yeah, you know, just giving a little bit of free value is a great way of reeling people in, you know, of making them want more. That's what I did when I did my FB Funnel Magic product. The week before I did that, I put out a free PDF. I gave people a taster of what they were going to get inside of the product, and then I released the product, and I think in a few weeks I made an extra nearly 5K from the product, which wasn't massive, but for a product which cost me probably less than $150 to make that product, and it returned 5K in a few weeks. But I gave people a taster of the product, so it's a good idea to do that, yeah. What's your book about?
Well, it's like a theology / Bible study / personal development / my story book.
All right, okay, cool.
Very cool.
Okay, we can take one more question if anybody's got one, if anybody just wants to finish with anything. I saw Cynthia's
it's
thing.
late for her there. I know she's probably wanting to go to bed.
Well, for Ben, do you still have the course 10 Steps to Facebook Success? That training I ever bought, is it?
Yeah, I'll have that inside of a Google Doc. I'll dig that out for you.
I have my iPhone here, so I was watching on my iPhone.
I'll dig it out for you. I know it's early there, right? So I'll dig it out for you tomorrow when I wake up and send it to you.
Oh, I thought it was going to be put in the bonus material for everybody. Is that?
Did you say 10? Was it 10 questions? You said the 10 Facebook questions.
Yeah, 10 steps to Facebook success.
Right. Well, is that in the back office? Do you know? I don't think that's in the back office.
Was that the 6-figure Facebook form?
No.
So many Facebook products. I'm losing track.
I've got quite a few little Facebook products, so okay. I'll have to talk to you and clarify exactly which one that is. I'm not sure if it's in the back office or not. If it isn't in the back office, I'm sure that I can send it to you anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, unless anybody else has got anything to say, we are going to wrap it up. But we've got Module 6 coming soon, then Module 7, and then, as I say, we're going to be releasing a brand new training every single week. And trust me when I say we've got like another 2 years worth of content right now waiting for you. We've got tons and tons and tons of content to give to you, but one thing we don't want to do is like send a flood of content to you and make you feel overwhelmed, and then you just end up skipping steps. We really want you to follow this in a step-by-step order, and then within the next few months we should have a second level of the membership site set up, which is going to give you copy and pace, strategies, and an opportunity to make even more residual commissions. So I'm going to let Angie just finish.
And some people were saying in the group that they're having a hard time like staying on track, getting tasks done. You know, we have 8 people coming out to mastermind with us here in the next couple months, and they are going to get pretty much everything that we teach inside of this membership done, completely knocked out, finished, and have progress in their business in 3 days. So if you guys can, we would love for you to come out and mastermind with us at some point and help you make massive strides in a very short period of time. So can't wait to recap, you know, our very first mastermind, which is this week with you guys.
Yeah, and we'll, I'm sure for some of our membership site customers, I'm sure we're going to like put together an awesome video of our mastermind, so you can just get just a little taste of, just a little teaser like Marlene's going to do in her book of what you get at an in-person mastermind. You know, masterminds are really cool, and you know, when you're here, I'm really looking forward to you guys who are coming out. I'm looking forward to you waking up in the morning, especially if it's sunny, and when you look out of these big windows and you look down at the blue, crystal clear ocean. I'm just looking forward to seeing how that makes you feel, because since I've been here, one thing we've both said, we're staying in a 5-bedroom, 5,000 square foot home here with a pool and a fenced-in yard. The ocean's a 1-minute walk away. And you know, when you're here, guys, and you're living in that environment, your brain starts to say, you deserve this, you deserve this. And then what you do is you start to find ways where this can become your permanent reality. Is that making sense? And so just for the visual experience of being here, you are going to be so inspired to go home and quit that job, or to create whatever lifestyle you want to create. Because I'm telling you now, there's no way that I'm going back to a freezing cold Ohio or UK. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. You know, I'm staying out here for as long as I possibly can. And the next move for us is not to be renting a house like this, but to be actually physically buying a property like this. Our personal goal is, in the next 18 months, is to make $1 million profits, you know, not turnover, but profits in our online business. That is our goal. My short-term goal is to hit 50K residually per month by the 31st of December 2014. And I'm saying that on a live hangout, knowing that now it's the 13th of October. So, you know, if I only get to 40K, am I going to cry? Well, maybe for a day or two I might cry, but point is, guys, I'm going to be going all out, and being in an environment like this just really inspires you to go all out. It really, really does inspire you. And Tiffany said something on her post earlier. I think she was saying about she's not been home for so long. I don't really know Tiffany's full story or what the story is behind that, but she said something that really stuck out to me, and that was, I've just reached a point where I decided I'm just going to do it anyway. And you know, you have to get to a point in your life sometimes where you say, despite what's going on, this is what I want, and I'm just going to do it anyway, no matter what it costs me to do that. You have to make a decision, and we've made a decision since we've been here that whatever it costs us, we ain't going home. This is home for us, so we can't wait to have you guys out here. And on that note, we're going to wrap this up. And if you
just tame your tarantula pets, please.
What? I didn't catch that.
I said tame your tarantula pets, please.
Tame the tarantula pets. Don't worry, Marlene. We got one waiting on a bedspread just for you. So, Tiffany's going to be shocked when she sees what's under her pillow. Seriously, she's going to be shocked. So, No, I'm only joking. I wouldn't do anything like that.
I'm going to be checking everything. I'm going to be taking all my bed stuff off and checking my pillows. Everything.
On one final serious note, this is a serious note. Now, I may say this with a smile, but when you put your shoes on, make sure you do shake out your shoes first. Now, the reason I'm saying that is we've only seen one, but there are scorpions out here, guys. You know, the thing is, when you come to a tropical island, you realize, wow, there are bugs out here that can do you harm. Most of the time, you won't see them, but I have this habit now of shaking out my shoes and just getting up in the middle of the night and making sure you got something on your feet, just in case, just in case.
And I have a habit of walking barefoot.
Yeah, and she walks barefoot everywhere. Seriously, and I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real? But anyways, we're putting Tiffany in that side of the house anyway, where the scorpions are. So. Okay, guys, we're going to leave it there. We will see you back on Facebook. Thanks for turning up. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.